Hack your brain to manifest money with micro goals.
What if everything you've been told about manifesting money is backward? What if landing a huge sum of money doesn't start with a giant vision board or some audacious, far-off goal, but with a win so small it feels almost insignificant? It sounds completely counterintuitive, I know. But recent discoveries in neuroscience are showing that these tiny, daily victories are the actual key to working with your brain's operating system, not against it. These micro wins create a powerful evidence loop that can systematically upgrade your financial reality. Stay with me for the next few minutes. I'm going to show you a step-by-step process to turn small, consistent actions into the wealth you've been trying so hard to manifest. This isn't about wishing. This is about rewiring your brain for wealth.
The problem: why your big money goals always fail. Let's be honest. You've probably set a big money goal before. Maybe it was hitting your first 6 figures, manifesting $10,000 out of the blue, or finally paying off that nagging debt. You wrote it down, you tried to visualize it, you repeated your affirmations, and then crickets. You found yourself stuck at the same income level, feeling more frustrated than ever.
So, what's really going on here? The hidden reason is this: your brain isn't designed for giant abstract leaps into the unknown. Its primary job, hardwired over millennia, is to keep you safe. When you declare a goal like, "I'm going to be a millionaire," your nervous system doesn't hear an exciting new possibility. It hears a threat.
That huge, unfamiliar goal feels so far from your current reality that your brain flags it as unrealistic and potentially dangerous. This triggers a cascade of internal resistance: overwhelm, procrastination, self-doubt, and that little voice that whispers, "Who are you to do that?"
You're not lazy or bad at manifesting. You're experiencing a biological survival response. You've been trying to force a software update on a system that sees it as a virus. The secret isn't to push harder, but to finally understand the code. The agitation, the misunderstood science of your brain.
This is where so much manifestation advice gets it wrong. It loves to borrow scientific terms without explaining how they actually work. Let's clear up 2 of the biggest myths right now. First, the myth of dopamine. It's often called the pleasure molecule. But that's not the whole story, not even close. Recent neuroscience shows it's more accurate to call dopamine the mobilization molecule. Its main job isn't to give you a feeling of pleasure after you do something, but to generate the energy and drive to start and sustain an action because you're anticipating a good outcome. It's the neurochemical that gets you off the couch. When you set a goal that feels impossibly far away, your brain predicts a low chance of success, so the dopamine system just doesn't bother to engage. No mobilization, no action.
Second, let's talk about the reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS is a bundle of nerves that acts as your brain's filter for information. A lot of teachers say you can program your RAS to create your reality. That's a bit of a stretch. The RAS doesn't magically create a new car in your driveway. What it does do is control what you pay attention to. If you decide something is important, your RAS will start pointing it out in your environment. You decide you want a specific car, and suddenly you see it everywhere. Those cars were always there. Your brain just started flagging them as relevant.
So if you're constantly focused on lack, scarcity, and how far you are from your goal, what do you think your RAS will keep showing you? More and more evidence of lack. The solution: the power of the micro goal.
And that brings us to the elegant solution, the micro goal. A micro goal is a bite-sized, actionable step that is so small it feels almost ridiculously easy to accomplish. Instead of manifest $10,000, a micro goal is sell 1 item I don't need, or tuck away the next $10 bill I get.
Here is why this approach completely changes the game.
First, it bypasses your brain's threat response. A tiny goal isn't scary. It feels manageable, safe, and totally achievable. This stops that cycle of overwhelm and procrastination before it even starts.
Second, it builds a mountain of proof. Every time you complete a micro goal, you provide your brain with a data point, a receipt of your success. You are generating tangible evidence that you are a person who follows through and gets things done. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about building a case file of your own competence.
This process is what real neuroplasticity is all about. Your brain's ability to rewire itself. With each small win, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with financial capability. You're not just chasing a goal. You are literally building the identity of someone who is good with money, one small action at a time.
If a light bulb just went off for you, and you're ready to stop fighting your brain and start building with it, do me a small favor and hit that like button right now. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this science-based approach to manifestation is valuable and helps more people find this video. The step-by-step process to manifest money with micro goals. So, how do you actually put this into practice? Here is a simple 5-step plan you can start today.
Define your macro goal and find your micro why. First, get clear on the big picture. What's the larger financial goal? Write it down. But more importantly, ask yourself why you want it. What's the core feeling you're really after? Is it security, freedom, the ability to be generous? This micro why is your emotional anchor. Clarity gives your brain direction.
Step 2. Break it down into absurdly small steps. Take your big goal and reverse engineer it into the smallest possible actions. If your goal is to earn an extra $1,000 this month, a micro goal isn't get a new client. It's send one outreach email, update one line on my resume, or spend 15 minutes researching side hustles. Make the steps so easy that your brain has no reason to say no.
Step 3. Your daily action practice. Commit to completing just 3 of these micro goals every single day. Track them in a journal or a simple checklist. Seeing your progress visually is critical. It's the proof your brain needs to build momentum. This isn't about hustling until you burn out. It's about relentless consistency. This daily practice also trains your RAS to constantly scan for opportunities related to your goals.
Step 4. Celebrate the evidence. This is a crucial step that most people skip. When you check off a micro goal, don't just rush to the next one. Pause. Take a breath. Acknowledge what you did. You can simply say out loud, I am a person who follows through. Or, I just took a step toward my financial freedom. You are consciously tagging the action as a success for your brain, which reinforces the behavior and makes you want to do it again.
Step 5. Embody the identity and detach from the outcome. Your affirmations should reflect the identity you're building, not just the outcome you want. So instead of, I have $10,000, try something like, I am becoming financially capable because I take consistent, intelligent action. This is a statement of fact based on the evidence you are creating daily.
Once you've done your 3 actions for the day, let it go. Practice what manifestation experts call detachment. You've done your part. Trust that the cumulative effect of these small wins is reorganizing your reality. Obsessing over the when and how just brings back all that stress and resistance. Practical application, a 30-day money challenge.
Let's make this incredibly practical. Imagine your goal is to manifest an extra $500 in the next 30 days. Here's what your micro goals might look like. Week 1, the foundation phase. Your micro goals are all about creating clarity and clearing space. Day 1, track all my spending for 1 day without judgment. Day 2, find one subscription I can cancel. Day 3, list one item for sale online. Day 4, Spend 15 minutes reading a blog about personal finance. Day 5. Open a separate high-yield savings account and name it Freedom Fund. Day 6. Move $5 into my Freedom Fund. Day 7. Write down 3 limiting beliefs I have about money.
Week 2. The action phase. Now, you shift to micro actions that actually generate income. Day 8. Send 1 email to a past client or contact just to reconnect. Day 9. Ask for 1 testimonial I can use for my business. Day 10. Spend 20 minutes learning a new marketable skill on YouTube. Day 11. Pitch 1 potential freelance gig. Day 12. Follow up on yesterday's pitch. Day 13. Look for loose change in my car and home and put it in a jar. Day 14. Offer to do a small task for a neighbor or friend for a small fee. See the pattern? Each action is small, specific, and builds on the last. By the end of the month, you won't have just taken dozens of actions. You'll have fundamentally changed your relationship with money and your belief in your own ability to generate it.
For years, you've been told to dream big, but the secret to achieving those big dreams is to act small. Stop trying to make one giant, terrifying leap across a canyon. Instead, start laying a bridge, one single, solid stone at a time. The wealth you desire isn't going to materialize from one lucky break. It will be the inevitable result of hundreds of tiny, consistent wins that have given your brain undeniable proof that you are a person who creates abundance. That's not woo-woo. That's neuroscience. And you have the power to start that process right now.
To help you, I've created a free, downloadable 30-day micro-goal manifestation tracker. It'll help you break down your goals and track your evidence every single day. Comment me for this. If this new way of thinking about manifestation resonates with you, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We are just getting started blending real science with powerful results. Now, go decide on your first micro goal, and let me know in the comments what it is.